One West Magazine, One West Radio. It's your boy Damian Sanders, holding it down for the West Coast from Seattle to San Diego, from the tip to the top. We got a special guest in the house tonight. He's a talented singer, piano player, man, slash, all of the above. Call it what you want to call it, Mr. Julian Keyz. How you doing, Doc?
I'm good, brother. How you feeling?
Man, I'm doing great. Now, first of all, I want to thank you for taking the time and reaching out to One West Magazine and chatting up with us right quick.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Thank you for having me, man. I'm excited. Been looking forward to it.
No doubt about it. Now, first of all, how were you introduced to music, and what inspired you to want to start singing?
Well, I mean, I've been around music my whole life, but my mom, actually, when I was about 8 years old, my sister began starting in her school band, and she had to get lessons, and I remember going to the music school with my mom and my sister. My mom was like, well, you might as well take music lessons. What do you want to do? And I was like, yo, I really don't even care. And she was like, all right, well, you're going to take piano with me. So that kind of started the journey right there. And from there, I started taking piano lessons. Absolutely hated the piano. But my mom, she saw something in it, and she made me stick with it. And it's not the fact that I didn't like it. I just, you kind of have to give it like a little push for it sometimes. You have to find your niche within things. I like the piano, but it wasn't really for me. I didn't really see it being for me until I came across my most recent piano mentor, Alan Franklin. He owns about 3 music schools all over the Chicago area. Shout out to Alan and School of Music.
Okay, now I see that you had a chance to attend Barack Obama's inauguration out there in Washington. Now tell us about that experience and what made you want to attend.
Oh man, that was awesome. I honestly, I deal with within my business. I deal with a lot of consultants. I have a lot of wonderful people working with me and trying to see me win. So at that kind of time, I was actually in the studio recording for my single, "The Man." That was back in last December, and my publicist and my guy Antoine King and my publicist Teddy Palmer, they came to the studio just seeing what we were doing and everything, and he kind of just surprised me. He was like, "Hey man, I got you a couple things for the inaugural ball and stuff." And for me, it was just big because like I tell people all the time, when I was about 14 years old, I did President Obama's voters rally in Chicago, Illinois, with the Democratic Committee.
Okay.
So, and I was like the only performer. I had like a whole hour set to perform, man. So I just love to do that. But I always had a dream of actually going to D.C. and, doing some inaugural balls and being a part of those festivities. So when they told me about that, I was like, wow, man, that's cool. And I didn't really believe it. And we ended up going, and I'm like, wow, it was a dream come true. It was a really great experience. I tell a lot of people, too, and this is off on another topic, it's very important for the youth, man, to get experience like that. I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed to be able to travel and meet people and see things, but it's very important to expose these avenues to the younger generation because it gives you a whole nother perspective of what life is or what it could be, I just think that's very important. I just want to throw that out there. That's a call and response for anybody who's willing to take that action and, do some things with the youth.
No doubt about it. Now, what do you feel that you bring to the entertainment industry that's unique from any other that's out there?
Well, for me personally, it's just me bringing myself, being able to relate to a lot of people, honestly. I think everyone has something great to offer. I myself, all I can do is offer myself. But for me, it's not even more so about, I can't sit here and be like, I bring a certain type of sound, I bring this and bring that. All I bring is my life story and my inspiration and my positive words and me as whole, me what God has created. That's what I bring to the table. I put my spirit into my music, I put my spirit into my work ethic, I put my spirit into whenever I'm speaking to people. I feel like it's all about encouraging and inspiring other people to be the best that they can be. So, and this doesn't even come down to me being like, well, I'm so different. I don't do that, but I just love speaking to people and influencing people into, I feel, a positive direction, or allowing people to really open up their minds to really tap into their potential. Because me growing up, I wasn't really that, but I had a great mother who really, who was always there to encourage me to sacrifice.
Shouts out to moms all day.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Mom Dukes all day. I had people to do that when I was a kid. You know, when I was a kid, I was obese. I had speech impediment. I had all of this stuff, and I wasn't the most confident kid. But I did have a talent. I had potential, and I had people around me, especially my mom, especially my family, who sacrificed for me and made me stick with it and really brought out that potential. So I'm here now to the point where I can be a confident young man, 20 years old, being able to know who I am and still figuring out who I am, but knowing my foundation of who I am and being confident amongst all people, and to really just be, and to also be humble too, and to just, you know, just really do what I can do. So like I said, I just feel like it's all about encouragement and inspiring and making people realize their potential so they can contribute toward world, you know, prosperity.
Now, dig that. That brings me into my next question now. Other than your family, now, who are some of the artists that's out there that influence you as a performer?
Oh, man, you know, honestly, like I tell everybody, too, for me, I mean, I have specific people that, you know, I'm really a fan of. Like, I'm a fan of Justin Timberlake. I'm a fan of, and these are R&B people, Miguel, Frank Ocean. I mean, anybody who's doing the hot, man, but I respect anyone who's on their grind, who's actually making this into a business, something that they can live off of, so they can be consistent with their craft and better themselves with their craft. But I really just, I look up to a lot of people, man, but, you know, when I was younger, where I have my foundation of my artistry, it really comes from the Harlem Renaissance with artists such as the Nicholas Brothers and, you know, Cab Callaways and, you know, Oscar Petersons and the Penny's Newborn Juniors, all these talented people who kind of paved the way, especially for African American artists today. You know, I really look up to the pioneers, because it's like, for me, I've always been told by a wise person, you know, always go to the source of everything. It's very hard to find the source because history has, you know, repeated itself. But, you know, I love Michael Jackson, but you know what? If I want to be the best I can be, I want to see who Michael Jackson looked up to. You feel me? What inspired or triggered his genius? You know, Fred Astaire, like I said, the Nicholas Brothers. I want to see what empowered these geniuses, so I can be, you know, I can be the best person I can be. It's not even to be in competition anymore, or I want to be better than this person. At the end of the day, when I die, I want to be remembered for being the best person I can be. And I feel like I'll be fulfilled within being that, rather than trying to compete or being something else. You know, I just want to be the best that I can be. And like I said, those are the people who kind of paved the way for my artistry. But like I said, as of right now, contemporary, it's a lot of people that's just, anybody who got hit, I'm like, man, I gotta go get me one of those. It's like some new Jays, man. You see them, like, dang, I gotta go cop me some, you know?
All day long now. I see a lot of preparation going into, you know what I'm saying, building your brand. Now, why do you feel that it's necessary for artists to rehearse or to do anything to make sure that the fans receive a quality project?
Well, I mean, it's simple. It's almost like if you go to a job and you're not producing, you'll get fired, bro. It's like, it's a waste of time if you're not really trying to be the best at it. Well, like I said, not being the best at it, because that's kind of contradicting what I just spoke about. It's just fully giving you into whatever you do. You feel me? So people, it's just more of a connection. People can really feel it when you really feel it. People can really receive your passion when you have passion for what you do. It just makes it more connecting, especially for, this is almost like a sport. People have to actually feel it, you know? It's like with sports, it's very entertaining because we can see that fast break or that touchdown or that home run. You know, we have to be able to feel it, especially when you're dealing with audio with music, you know, from the music standpoint. But entertainment standpoint, obviously has to be entertaining too. But I just feel like you have to give your all into it. You know, it's like, if you don't give your all into it, you most likely going to that same effort right back. You can't expect to be prosperous with this if you don't give it your time, you know?
Okay, I definitely dig that. Now, as an artist, what would you like to see more of in the music industry?
You know, honestly, I'm not the person to ask. I respect anyone who's contributing towards the history of it. Because, I mean, a lot of people can feel a certain way about certain music right now. It's like, you know, it's going to, first of all, it's going to add towards the history. I don't think what anyone's doing is going to devalue it. If anything, it's giving the history of music more history for future purposes and for more young artists to come along and learn something from it and to really take advantage of it. You feel me? So it's not my job to be like, yo, I want to see more of this. I think we're doing the best that we can do. You know, it's so many people doing music right now. It's so accessible to do music. I think that is one thing, though, too. I mean, but like I said, that adds to the history of it. When, you know, you give out whack quality music, or when you see some artists really give their life to it, you know. But I think that adds to all components of the music industry, and that adds to the lessons of what young artists can really learn from. This is what not to do, and this is what to do. You feel me?
All day long. Now, I got a chance to check out the Heated video just here recently, man, on Gone. Now, tell us more about that joint right there and how the concept came about. And was you talking about any special person in particular in that song?
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, the thing is, when you're making music, the one thing I've always been taught to do is allow people to be able to relate to what you're speaking about. That's the only way that, from a business standpoint, that's the only way it's going to sell, and that's the only way people are going to really perceive it, whether it's if they can apply it to their own life and if it does something for them. Music is a service, you know? So for that song in particular, yes, you know, I have experience where with my girlfriend that I feel that way about and all of that type of stuff. I have experience with that particular topic, but when I was really creating the song, it's so much more deeper, especially for me, because I feel like every song means something to a certain type of person, and I wanted that song to really, you know, a person can take that and they can take it however they want to take it. But for me personally, when I was making a song, it's like it starts off with I want and love of my life, and to me, my first love of my life was music. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I've been through a lot of stuff. I'm 20 years old, but I've been doing this since I was 8, like professionally since I was 8. Professionally independent since I was 8. And I've been through a lot. I've experienced a lot with it, man. I've been through a lot of times where I just did not want to do it. I've been through a lot of times where I slacked off on it, and I didn't get the results that I wanted to. I've been through a lot of times where I've been through whack performances, brilliant performances, people supporting me, people not liking me, all type of stuff too. And the craft itself of music, it came to a point where I felt like it was going away from me, you know, because I wasn't really paying any attention. I wasn't really, you know, giving it the time that it needed for it to really be prosperous, you know. So I felt like, you know, my talents and even my opportunities kind of passed away from me just by me not giving it any attention. So that's where the concept for me, that's what it really meant. And then even when I was writing it, you know, I wanted it to be a title that can apply to many things. People can look at the title and be like, okay, the word gone encompasses this. It can mean anything. Like you know, my grandfather just recently died. My grandfather was one person, along with my grandmother. My grandmother is still alive, but my grandfather just passed. Was one person that really believed in me, man, you know? So even with the title Gone, you know, I put a tribute towards him towards the end of the video, you know, saying thanks for believing in R.I.P. to my grandfather. So like I said, it encompasses many things, you know? It's just how people want to interpret it, but it's kind of general to the point that it's like the lyrics are general, because I would like for people to put their situation within the lyrics, you know?
Now, rest in peace to your grandfather all day, and I'm sure he's real proud of you all day long. Now that single Gone, is that from a forthcoming project that we can look forward to?
Yeah, you know what I'm doing right now? I'm doing a lot of singles. I'm doing a lot of music placement. I'm doing a lot of producing. I'm just staying busy right now. There is no particular project at this moment because there's just a lot of stuff going on. I'm actually preparing for my next single that's attached to my movie that's going to be that we're actually having a premiere for in Boston January 26th. So I'm preparing to release another single that's actually the main song for that film.
Now talking about the film, now that goes to my next question. That wouldn't happen to be Escapement, wouldn't it?
That is exactly Escapement. That is the movie. Escapement is based off of it's basically a jazz film. What it is well, okay, let me say. Escapement explores themes of self-identity. I feel it encompasses like peer pressure and trust. Basically, at the end of the story is told through like a genre of music, and you will find messages of appreciation, you know, gratitude, and all type of stuff throughout the movie. I basically play a guy named Brandon, who's 17 years old, from Boston, Massachusetts. My father isn't present in the household, and my mom is extremely sick, which leads to her losing her job, which also leads to me basically having to become the man of the house, having to provide and pay the bills. I go out my way all the way to like the city, to the hood, to go find a job, man. Through this journey, I find myself getting jumped and all of this type of stuff, getting robbed, and then I end up finding this older guy who just really took under his wings, provided me a job, and that's basically all I'm gonna say. But the whole movie is it basically shows how 3 generations are reunited through music, how music connects the 3 generations of a family, basically. It's really cool, man. It's really cool. I was shout out to Jay Williams and everyone was a part of the process. It was really a fun time, man, making that movie. We were like on set, like 18-hour days straight working and just putting the hustle in, man. So I'm looking forward to it. Everyone look out for it. The new single attached to it, which will be on iTunes the week before the release in January, is entitled "It Starts With a Dream." And this is the same song actually that I placed with the Boys and Girls Club. Well, I have a nonprofit, and this was like the theme song for my nonprofit back in Chicago. And it's just an inspirational song, man. Like a real, it's just a real great song. I'm not gonna advertise it or promote my own stuff like that, but it's a great song.
Hey, that's all good, man. That's what we want you to do here at One West. Now, once again, this is One West Radio, One West Magazine. It's your boy Damian Sanders. We live in effect. Got a special guest in the house tonight, Julian Keyz, doing it real big. Got some hot music out there. He's a piano player. He's an actor. He has a lot going on right now. Now, before we go, are there any shout-outs that you want to give right quick?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to everyone who supports me. I want to shout out to my family. I want to shout out to my mom, Dana Brown. I want to shout out to everyone who supports me, all of my fans, Julian Keyz. I want to tell everybody to keep in touch with me. Y'all support me, I support y'all. Everyone who's close to me knows that on my site. Everyone, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all type of stuff. Everything is just / Julian Keyz, JulianKeyz. And I want to shout out to all my innovators out there, everybody who rep and are out there.
Now we get ready to go into this video Gone and show that to all of our listeners and watchers out there right now on One West Radio and One West TV. We got Julian Keyz in the house doing it real big out of Chi-Town. Y'all gotta make sure y'all seek him out and support this young brother. He's doing it real big. 20 years old, he's young, so he has a long way to go, and we're looking forward to checking him out. Now, once again, is there anybody out there, any artists that you're looking forward to collaborating with? I forgot to ask you that.
I'm looking to collaborate with other talented people who have a passion for music. Anyone who's just, because it's the same thing with me. I'm on my hustle. If you have a passion for music, holler at your boy. And also with my website, www.juliankeyzworld.com. Y'all can hit me up. And that's basically it. But as far as like big collaborators, hey yo, shout out Drake. Hey yo, what's up, Drake, dog? Yeah, like my homeboy Drake. That was a big inspiration. Like I said, man, just
maybe some R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both from the Chi.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the king of R&B right there. I need that brother to write me a song. He needs to write me a hit so I can get some payroll like him.
I can dig it, man. Now, hey, thanks for calling in to One West Magazine, One West Radio, man. We really appreciate you. And make sure to keep us updated so we can keep that out there to your fans and keep them updated. So anything you need, man, you got it right here all day long. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you, my brother. I hope y'all have a great holidays and a great New Year. And I'm looking forward to catching up with y'all again to give y'all some updates.
Same to you, man, and much success. Happy holidays.
Same to you. Thank you, brother.
One West.